whoop, whoop. Welcome to Mundo Madness Monday, guys, and we're gonna get the show started the right way here in just a second. And
In here,
Mundo,
we pour whiskey.
whoop, whoop. Welcome to Mundo Madness Monday, guys. I've got the glasses on today, so I know y'all are seeing the light here, so I'm probably gonna take them off right now because I really don't need them at the moment. But yeah, let's take these off so y'all don't keep the white circles in my eyes all. So tonight we're going to have a discussion, and I'm hoping to get you guys feedback, and we're gonna have a little fun tonight. And first of all, cheers, guys! I hope you, for all you fathers out there with sabers and stuff, hope you all had a great Father's Day. Mine was pretty good, and I'm going to take a drink for you guys tonight. I'll probably end up taking a shot later on after after the show. But hey, Rudy, what's up, dude? Titan, yo, 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 bro. Yo, yo. So let's get this party started, guys. And tonight's discussion is I want to know how you guys are set up in your workshop. I know, Titan, you're just you haven't got your shop together or whatever. Cindy, hey, what up, bro? So I want to know how you guys have y'all set up. How do y'all have your wires, set up? Do you have your lights, right there above? Felicia, what up, Felicia? Jim, greetings, bro. I'm glad y'all are here. This is gonna be a fun night. It's gonna be lots of fun. Houston, Texas. Cheers, buddy. Cheers. Here's to you, man. Here's to all my peeps, man. Here's to all my peeps, guys. Love y'all. Hey, so tonight, yeah, I want to know, like tonight, like you guys have a workbench. Like one of the things that I have for my little work area is a Husky workbench, and this little workbench is on rollers. Excuse me, guys. Um, this little bench is on rollers. It can go up and down. So if I need to adjust the height, I can adjust the height. If I need to lower it down, I can lower it down. So Cindy, Jim, and Ted, do you have in like built-in workbenches? Do you have like the workbench like I have? What's your setup, guys? Because you know, R2 sometimes he gets a little anxious. Yep, you do. Well, yes, you're sitting on it. Yes. All right, fine. See, R2 says he likes the bench because it's such a long bench that he can actually roll on it if I wanted him to. Yeah, he was just bugging me. He goes, he goes, Mundo, you got too much shit on your damn table for me to move around. But it's funny, guys. He's funny. So yeah, man. What is your setup like? I mean, is your setup, do you have your table that can adjust with you? Do you have a built-in table? Do you have like maybe you do inside your dining room table? Let's get this discussion going, guys. I mean, what is your setup like? I mean, do you have your lights? Do you have just the room lights? Do you have like one of the things that I have also, and I'm gonna reach this, is a paper towel holder. Uh, Sorry about that, guys. Paper towel holder I turned in for my wires, man. This is my little setup to get my wires. I just pull what I need, snap out, and if I need to put even more rolls, I can put more rolls on. This just PVC pipe right here that just fit right on there, easy. So I take this little guy, unscrew him, and put more if I need to, and take them off and whatever have you will. But this serves my purpose pretty well right here, guys. You know. Um. So it makes it really easy because I can put it on the corner here, or Sometimes I'll have to go across the room for it. It just depends on where I put it. It's so mobile though, because I put it anywhere and I can have it anywhere I need to. And my workbench also, it's so mobile that I can take everything off, move it anywhere I need to. And even if I wanted to move it out of the garage, I can move it out of the garage, you know. So that's pretty cool. So tell me guys, Cindy, what's your work little station like, man? Is it stationary or is it actually able to move or is it, you know, what's your little setup like? Sorry, trying to get a machine dialed in at work, so I may be slow to reply, but yes, I have a small bench in my little workspace. Hey, no worries, Cindy. I mean, take all the time to reply all you need, man. No worries. It's all good, dude. It's all good. Um, so yeah, small workbench, huh? That's cool, a small space. Like I know some people that use I mean they work in their kitchens or or their dining room tables and they work on there and stuff like that. Me, I would like to work inside the house, but things can get a little groggy in there. I mean, because kids with allergies and stuff like that. So I don't want to bring any of that stuff into the house. You know what I mean? Otherwise, if I had a really good setup where I wouldn't make so much mess, doing all these wires, pulling all these wires and stuff like that, I'd take it inside. Even though, it'd be a lot more easier, but I guess less functional, you know what I mean? To take everything inside. Now, if it gets like super too hot, then I just stop. Titan dining room table for me. Hey, see? Hey, nothing wrong with that, man. I mean, if you got that little space, there is no such thing as a bad work area, really, honestly. Because if you got your shit together and you got your little workspace and you can take care of what you need to take care of, it's all good, man. It's all good. And every space available is a good space for Saber build. Now, Titan, are you still like acquiring tools and stuff for your builds, or have you gotten everything that you really need and you're satisfied with everything that you have? Because I mean, see, like for me, eventually I'd like to acquire a 3D printer, and I have not yet. So that's gonna be a good while for me to do that. But until then, I've got some good people to take care of that for me. All right, Cincy, you got some great shit, man. And everybody that's able to like Jim and all it just fathoms me that because I was watching some videos and that is another tool right there. That is another tool that can be utilized, which is videos, right? um Watching videos, like I was recently watching a video on Fusion 360, and oh my gosh, it's crazy. You know how you do the stuff and you dial in these all the little numbers and everything to get just the millimeters down. I wish I could 3D print. Oh, really, Jim? You haven't you haven't got there yet, huh? Man. So are you what kind of chassis are you building out, or are you kind of outsourcing those? Um, because right now I'm outsourcing, the chassis and stuff. So, but of course I haven't been able to get too many at one time. Kind of finish what I got right now. Alicia, remember during the pandemic I could not find a cheap desk to work on? Had to buy a small dining table. Yeah, okay. Hey, a small dining table, Felicia? It doesn't matter as long as it suits the purpose and it works. That's all that matters, Mama. If it'll take care of your needs, that's what's going to happen. It's going to take care of your needs. And when I got this workbench that I'm working on, this Husky, I think it was, I think 145. But though, of course, that was some years ago. That was like several years ago. And let's see, Jim says I used a third party for 3D print jobs. Oh yeah, okay. So you outsource them. Okay, no worries. Well, that's good though, because some of them, Titan Amazon has a great price on a three-in-one network workstation. Yeah, Amazon's got some really good workstations. Like I was telling you the other day that I showed him the setup that I have, right? Which is that UIA, whatever this company thing is. But man, it's got a hot air station. It's got the iron, and then you can dial in the temps that you want, as well as lower and raise the fans for whatever your purpose is too. So yeah, man. Yeah, I mean, there's some good stuff there on Amazon for everything that you need, and including the multimeters. Of course, I went to Home Depot for my multimeter, and they have a great selection of multimeters there. And do you guys do you guys actually have like all your equipment like close by? Do you have it scattered out? Most of my stuff is pretty close together because I have like a little cabinet that I can stick parts and everything. I have a parts drawer and I have uh parts little containers and stuff like that as well. If I reach over here, you can see like I got about three or four of these type things right here that just moves right into a little desk, actually a little portable shelves and stuff like that that I had found. Yeah, the UA 3-in-1. Yeah, there you go. UA is pretty good because that's what it is. That's what I have. Yeah, I don't have the 3-in-1. I have the 2-in-1, but the 3-in-1's really good from what I understood because it has the uh what do you call it? The thing to it, right? Where you can adjust your power supply, so forth as well. So it's got the power supply, it's got the hot air station, and it's got the iron, all three in those. And that's the one I should have got, but I didn't. And now I'm looking into getting a power supply pretty soon, so that I can plug in and dial in, the amps and everything for that stuff like that. 149 for the 2A 30 volt. Hmm, it's interesting. Interesting. Oh my gosh, I keep getting. Sorry about that, guys. I keep getting notices here. It's crazy. People want to send me all kinds of stuff. So especially when I'm on the phone, right? So yeah, I mean, all my equipment and everything is like within the vicinity of probably a couple of steps. Um, and I really enjoy that because I don't have to go too far. But if I need to, I can take things elsewhere, and pretty much portability is great because the table, I've got a power strip on the table. Right now, I've got it hooked up to a line, but if I need to, and eventually what I'm going to do is I want to put a battery setup on the table underneath the bench where I can plug in and use the battery system along with the power strip so that I can make my whole table portable and move it anywhere in the garage that I want. And I still have everything on top of it, right? Um, and especially because, if I have to move it around, I don't want to have all these kind of wires all over the place and do this and do that. And then I can't, right now my table is stationary right now because it's plugged in. But with the battery option that I'm gonna set up for the table, hopefully that will work really well. And then it'll be ultimately portable and I can move it anywhere. And so if I wanna do different design back here, like let's say I want to take these out and put some built-ins in this wall here. then I can ultimately do that. You know what I mean? And because my bench is right here, literally right in front of me, um, and I can move and be absolutely portable without having to worry about plugging into the wall or a different power source. So that'd be pretty cool. Yeah, so Titan, I hope you really get, the one you're looking at, and these, they're pretty decent, man. I have not had any kind of bad situation uh, with my setup on that air, on the hot iron, and the, I mean, it's just unbelievably great. Even R2's like, he's like, he's so excited about my setup. R2, I'm gonna have to get you some oil so you can take a shot or two and drink with this guy. R2's like that exotic oil shit, man. He loves that shit. Yeah. The U 853D8. Yeah. Mine is the 8786D, Jim. And Titan. So Titan, uh if you're interested in what I have, but yeah, Jim, I'm glad you gave him that information, man, because that is so helpful. Yes, definitely. Yeah, definitely check it out, Titan. I mean, you're not gonna be disappointed with this kind of setup, dude. Really. I mean, it's unbelievable. Yeah, 2 amp and 15 volt. Yeah, for sure, for sure. Really, really cool. So, Jim, do you have your wires situated? Do you have them on a roll? Do you have them in a box that you pull out? Do you have how is what's your wire setup like? Or do you have them to where you just like you have your rolls, you pull a roll out, you pull it out, and then you cut, and then you throw it back in the drawer or something like that. I've seen some people like that, but if you also look at Space's setup, he's got oh my gosh, his setup is so freaking awesome with the spaceship Destiny and how he has it all set up behind him, his workbench and everything. I am so jelly, man, because it looks cool as hell. Um, so, and I can imagine how other people have their shit. I'm sure that other people have some really nice setups as well. But it doesn't take much though, for doing something that you really love. It really doesn't take much. I have wires on a spool set. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Um, one of the things also, and I think I don't have it close by with me, or I might. I'm looking, and it's not working. Did I put it somewhere? Where did I put it? Let me see. No, not in the, I don't have them in the drawers there. Now, do you all also have like after you cut wires and stuff, do you cut away the small ones? Do you save them? I've got like a, I've got like a small box, man, that I kind of created for uh, cut wires, and I have it somewhere here, and I just don't have it right next to me because, like I said, I'm always moving shit around, right? Headed home. I'll keep you on the car. I haven't been more interactive, man. It's been a crazy last 45. Dude, Sensei, don't worry about it, bro. No worries, man. No worries. You're here. You're listening. It's all good, dude. It's all good. No worries, man. And that's like I said, man. That's what we're here for. Just enjoying ourselves, man. And if you can, you can. You can't, you can't. It's all good, bro. So good. The Mandalorian's in the house. Since DeLorean is on his way home, yeah, it's all good, buddy. It's all good. We got Smith DeLorean in the house. We got Sid DeLorean in the house. Moon DeLorean in the house, and we got Titan Lorian in the house, or Gray Lorian, however you want to put it, then, right? Felicia, Marie Lorian. Let's see who else we got. We got. Oh. And we got the Rudy Lorian in the house. And then we also have who do, let me see. Oh, Houston, Texas in the house. The Texalorian. Texalorian in the house too. We all in the Mandalorian house, right? Oh, Felicia, seriously? It's cracking? Are you serious? Oh my gosh, I'm not sure what's going on. I think it's his Bluetooth. Really? Yeah, it might be. It might be. But see, that's the thing, Gus. Um, you know what? It also might be these earbuds. So I'm going to go ahead and take them off, and I'm gonna do the rest of the show this.
All right, how is that? Is that clear up a little bit more? I know I'm probably gonna have to talk a lot louder now. So if it's not gonna get crackly this way, I'm just gonna finish up with the show this way. So I'm gonna take these. Again, I was using these to make sure to see if it really was these or if it's actually just the phone itself. So we'll see. Awesome. Okay, so that's better, Felicia. Much better. All right. So I'm gonna talk a little bit little bit louder, so that that way, because I thought it would be a little bit louder with those things. But man, all right, perfect, cool. So let's do it that way now. Okay. So going back to the wire setup, and I know I've seen some people have their wire setup or their spools are on a rod, on either on their workbench set up, or they have it like behind them where they can easily just grab some wires, cut what they need, so many wires, and then they just put it, where they are. And I think normally when you have your little setups, you want to have everything in place already. And I've seen a lot of people Jim, I'm hoping that one of these days, like I can have some stuff like not only just the sabers set up right here, but I want to have like my spools of wire and everything, kind of like where I can just reach arm length and pull them out, right? Rudy, I feel amazing. It just took an 8-minute ice bath. Oh, damn, Rudy. All right, an ice bath, huh? I have a glass of wine. There you go, bro. I've got the other beer right here, dude. Thanks, man. I'm finishing it up. Cheers, buddy. So yeah, man. And I feel like it's really important that you have as many components for building. You can say shrinkage. That is more than possible there, Titan. More than possible. Felicia says you need an ice bath in this heat. Yes, I know, right? Just to keep it kind of cool. We're gonna call Rudy Mr. Cool, right? He needs some sunglasses since he already did the ice bath, so he's got to have them ice, the sunglasses to be Mr. Cool. He was in the pool. Oh, you know what? I think there's a lot of people going in the pool right now, but I wouldn't. Oh man, that was funny that you say that because the other day, no, it was today earlier. I saw a TikTok or something, and this guy was like, I'm gonna catch this dude pissing in the pool, right? So this guy would be peeing in the pool, nobody would know. And this, I don't know if it was the owner or whoever it was. He says, I'm gonna catch somebody, peeing in my pool. So he throws in some kind of chemical in there that shows, who's peeing in the pool, and he caught the guy. It was all red. Oh my god. Yeah, I mean, this dude must have been, yeah, man. I like the red wine, dude. The red wine is good, but hey, some of the white wines are good too. It just depends on what you're drinking, right? It's Seinfeld. I'm old. Hey, Felicia, we're old, Mama. Come on here. Come on, we're old. If you watch those shows in the 80s, come on. If you were born 70s and 80s, yeah, we're old, right? Come on. But that doesn't mean we have to act old. Hint, hint. I'm a Toys R Us kid at heart. I am a Toys R Us kid. Anything but Merlot. Hmm, yeah, I'd have to agree with you there, Jim. Um, have you tried? And believe me, these guys have Reunity Lambrusco. And I'm not paid by these guys, but I do drink quite a bit of that shit. Nah. Mm-hmm. White is healthier. I seriously doubt that. I seriously doubt that. But the red to me is a lot tastier. Depends on the sugar content, right, guys? And Felicia, I guess I guess it depends on the sugar content in the alcohol. But they do say that wine is good for your heart. They do. If you have a glass, maybe two every day, it is good for your heart. They say the same thing with coffee, right? Coffee is good for you, but the if you add the sugar and everything else on top of that, well, hey, you know what? There's alternatives. You can do alternatives. I mean, to me, I'm good with some zero sugar sweetener and you know uh caramel or other flavors and stuff like that. Just throw it in there in the coffee, and I'm good to go. Don't take much to make me happy. Any coffee is good coffee, really. As long as it ain't got sugar in it, I'm good. I got the sweeteners. They'll work just fine. How many coffee drinkers do we have? Uh, how many coffee drinkers? I mean, come on, Jim, Felicia, Titan, Cinzy. I mean, well, Cinzy's almost home. He'll tell us when he gets home, right? I mean, come on, guys. Who is not a coffee drinker in here? Huh? Huh? Do y'all drink coffee? Do y'all drink coffee while making sabers? If I'm working on something in the morning, if I'm working on some wiring in the morning or something, yeah. White coffee, twice the caffeine. Really? Hmm. Dark roast black. Yes. White coffee. Hmm. Twice the caffeine. Yee. So, oh, update. Remember, guys, I was telling you that I went to the heart doctor and everything. Well, whatever's going on with me, it's not my heart. So I've got a good heart and things are good with that. So there's your update right there. I drink coffee or Monster Energy. Huh. I used to drink the energy drinks and I got kind of like, I guess, I guess I stopped drinking them. They just didn't work for me. And coffee is, I love the crap out of coffee though. So I can drink a half. I used to drink 2 or 3 pots when I worked for a certain other company than this one. And I was basically drinking coffee 3 to 4 pots a day because of stress. So can you imagine that? Going that much, having that much coffee in you. Don't drink energy drinks. Woo! Praise the Lord. Oh man, but no, I used to drink the red wine, Cabernet Sauvignon. Hey, there you go. That's some good stuff, Rudy. That's some good stuff. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's good stuff. Um, Going back to setups. And then I'm sure that everybody's watched all the vids on what you really need, as far as all your stuff to work for your sabers, right? And I think one of the really good vids, well, there's several really, really there is several black coffee, one sweet and low. Yep, there you go, Rudy. Yep. Um, Several videos out there, and especially Rob Petkow and JFK and a few others that show what you need to have all the work pieces, all your components for your work stuff in your workstation to do your installs. And to me, let's see, Felicia says my favorite so far is red called steak and potatoes. Oh, sweet and low is highly toxic. Man, Jim, highly toxic. And that's one of my really likable sweeteners, believe me. I'm starting to go the monk fruit way, but for now it's sweet and low, but highly toxic, really. And I use a lot of it. Maybe that's what's going on. Maybe I should get away from the sweet and low. Let's see, Felicia. It's so simple named. I love it. It's smooth and not too dry. Oh, yeah. Smooth and not too dry. That's good. I hate a dry wine, though. It really is. Everything is bad for you. Of course it is, Felicia. I mean, that's what they all say. It doesn't matter what it is. Even the good shit is bad for you. But you know what? That's the thing. The government wants to say it's bad for you so that you can continue to do certain things and not get better, right? But you gotta find out that stuff for yourself too. I mean, you gotta try different things. If something's bugging you, you want to you want to do that and find something that works out for you. Like right now, I'm going checking out different herb stuff for medicinal purposes, as far as not weed. Although I think I should, right, for my back. Um, but I think like there's certain herbs that I find, like I'm diabetic, and so some of the herbs that I've seen that help diabetes and stuff like that, especially like if you have a mixture of garlic and radish and so forth that actually help, along with cinnamon and ginger, they actually help regulate blood sugar. So I'm kind of looking into that so that I can kind of get away from my medicine. Yeah, CBD for your general health. Yeah, I've thought about that too, Jim. Seriously, I have thought about that myself. Yes, sir. Believe me, I'm checking into everything. This fat boy here wants to get in shape. This fat boy wants to get off of meds. I mean, I want to get myself better. And the longer I can live, the more installs I can do. And, I want to get all of this filled up with sabers, dude. I want to get all of this filled up with sabers. Right now, this is a decent setup. Those boxes there, I want to get them out of there and fill all that up with sabers. This right here, may not, because my books and Yoda and my whiskey glasses and decanter set right here, that's gonna stay. I mean, I'm already looking into, like I said, I got a reel of LEDs that I want to put in there, but I just got to figure out how I'm gonna put them in there and have that set up, right? As well as my bench. On my bench, I'm looking into trying to get um some clamps, not some C clamps. I want some different kind of clamps where that I can drill into whatever. And I want to put a bench, well, basically a shelf right over my bench so that I can have my lights, I can have other stuff put on the bench while I'm working, and I don't have to have so much stuff. Um, well, excuse me, put Jim Smith. email me. Yes, sir. I sure will. I sure will. I'll do it tonight after the show. Okay. Um, what I want to do is I want to get the clamps, and I want to put a shelf on my bench so that I can have a little bit more setup on on the shelf. So that way, I can set my wires, I can set up my soldering station, and everything won't be on the bench itself. I can actually alleviate some of that space on the bench and put it on the shelf, and that'll help. That'll help. Alleviate where I can open up more space on my bench to work with. Yeah, because if I have to, what I need to do is make sure that I take the essentially what I have to do is take everything off my bench, clean it, and then put it back, and then have the little small. I would say a good little workspace, but I want everything off where I can have even more space to work with if need be. So, I really want to use every inch of this table for working on stuff instead of just having bits and pieces around. And I want to really utilize what I need to do. So, um, and again, for your setups, everybody's different. Everybody has a different setup and so forth on their workbenches, on their work tables, dining room tables, and however, and do you guys are y'all like me? I like to have some things in the background, like either watching Star Wars, listening to the Star Wars soundtrack, or even just music in general, right? When I'm working here in the garage and I'm working on the Saber stuff. I really enjoy listening to all that stuff. And there's times where I even listen to awesome, Cincy, glad you made it home, bro. I do love my coffee. Don't get it, my deep wish dark roast at noon. I am grumpy, but all night laugh out loud. Yeah, you're like me, right? You grumpy until you get your cup, man. And when you get your first cup, it's like life. Life is wonderful, right? Life is wonderful when you get that first drink of your coffee, nice, hot, and everything. So, but yeah, man, having that setup and having that utility, but even how you work, I think it's just as important of you know being energized, being productive, being attention to details, attention to what you're doing, but at the same time, be pumped for what you're doing. I think that if we don't, if your heart's not into it, why do it, right? If your heart's not into it, don't do it. Because if you're doing it just to do it, I mean, it really doesn't mean anything. There has to be some kind of meaning to it, and your tool utilization is an extension of who you are. Even though you have what you need to work on sabers to put them together, but any tool setup that you have, and it depends on where you get it from and so forth. Uh, like different cutters, right? Everybody has different cutters, and so a different company, different. It just depends, and it's all personal preference, right? And especially who you like, who you don't like. It doesn't matter what companies that you get your products from, as long as they work really well. I mean, if they don't work, like one of the soldering irons that I have, I had bought a Ryobi soldering iron. And believe it or not, this is crazy, man, because right in the middle of me soldering some wires, the thing kaput. I mean, the heating element goes bad. And I'm all like, what? Yes, a man and his tools. Yes, Felicia. Amen to that, right, guys? But Felicia, when you start making them, believe me, when you start working on your own, you're gonna like, oh. Yes, I need this. I need that. I need this. I need that. Uh-huh. You'll see. You'll see. We do like our tools. Yes, our tools are our toys. And I mean, for instance, okay, yesterday, Father's Day, right? We really shouldn't have been doing anything. I power washed my whole house. All my front area, all my back area, my back patio. I power washed everything. And that's just because I felt like it, you know? I wasn't going to do anything, but I felt like it. And it was fun. It was relaxing actually, because I really got a lot of stuff. The house cleaned up. It looks nice and everything like that. So, yeah, man. Toys are awesome. Toys are awesome. But Saber toys are even better. Like to play with those. They so go Yeah, Cincy. It is, man. I actually enjoyed it. I really did. I was power washing like crazy. And my wife, she was so funny. She goes, "But you weren't supposed to do anything." I'm all like, "I know. I wanted to." It felt good. I felt at peace. It was fun. It was. It was fun, man. We don't know why, but it is. I mean, come on. You know what it is, Jim? It's a toy. It is a big toy. It is a big ass water gun, is what it is. That's what it is. A high powered water gun. Yeah, man. Yeah. You should have recorded your show. They have the YouTube videos of Power. Oh, Felicia, yeah, I know, but come on, really? Nobody would want to see me just power washing shit. I mean, yeah, I've seen guys, yeah. I mean, like 2 minutes into it, believe me, I changed it. And believe me, a lot of people would be watching me power wash. Yeah, after 2 minutes, they'd have, "Oop, nope, I'd rather watch Saber videos." It is satisfying. It is satisfying. And then I also grilled, right? I really want to do is I went to, and I don't know correct me if I'm wrong, but I have not seen it, but I'm sure maybe somebody's already done it. And there should be a lightsaber grill fork, right? And that would be fun to make is a grill fork lightsaber. So yeah, man, that would be like freaking awesome. How That'd be kind of hard to do though, I think. I mean, the base is really the saber, but really the hardest thing would be to putting a blade with the fork into it, you know, a steak fork or whatever have you will at the end of it. So when you're flipping, right? So you're cooking your steaks, you're cooking your ribs, whatever, and you're turning that some bitch around, and you hear that, oh man, that would be. I know. I've seen the Death Star barbecue pit. Actually, I would love to see a Millennium Falcon one. I still have yet to see one of those. JAD should get on that, right? Right, Jim? I bet he would too. I don't know if he grills as much as I do, but yeah, man. Maybe I should work on one, but I think I'll work on one after I really get, a few of these under my belt because I'm still working on two. So, yeah, it is what it is. Oh, I've been working on the F-16, and I got about halfway through the small chassis, and I had to take it all apart. I had it all glued together with both of the PCBs, but I had to take it all apart because once I put it in the hilt itself, the interference with the resistors, right? There's not really very much clearance in there. So the resistors were sitting in a part where they had where the buttons were hidden, on top of this. And even if I moved them over a little bit, it would still bend the wires too much and break the connection with these. So I had to cut these down, right? I had to cut the leads down a little bit and see if I can rewire that and see if that's going to work. Because man, I had it halfway done, and then the buttons just wouldn't go all the way down. So it's like shit. So again, then, and the importance part of that is, having make sure that you have, all your equipment next to you, because if you're working on something and you need your cutters close by or whatever, if you have your cutters all the way across the room, like it gets frustrating sometimes, right? I imagine. Every time I hear F-16, I think of the jet and forget that there's a Saber. Yeah, I know. And it's funny, Jim, because every time I look for, help and stuff on the F-16, um, I see the jets, all the jet videos come in, right? And there's very few videos on the F-16. And actually, there's one, I think Gray Paladin did one, and I did, who else? There's like three people that did the F-16's videos, but they really didn't show too much of the process that they did, right? And but because I've got the chassis system from Smuggler's Outpost, Smuggler's Outpost, and I absolutely love it though. I really love it. It's a bit of a challenge to work that small, that small of the chassis and everything. And oh lordy, good. What happened there? Oh man, that didn't. Okay, so what do you call it? The the thing about that, is that who makes the F-16? It's TCSS Titan. They the Saber is wicked cool, man, and it is actually in the shape of a of the F-16 jet fighter. So you have the front that makes it look like it, and one of the parts that comes with it is this big ass bullet, right? So that goes, and that. Let me get some of these parts right here, right? So you have. mm, 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 mm. So you've got this together, right? And then this is supposed to when you get the Saber and it all comes together, but when you get it and that it goes like that, right? So when you get it, it's gonna come to you like this. And then you pull this hole and then you take the screw out and you can pull this whole thing out. This has everything that you need too, as well as the Allen keys in here, right? You can hear that, right? You can hear that, guys? Yeah, that's the Allen keys that come in here. And you could utilize this um, for various things with the build and stuff. Um, so that's just part of the Saber. And I've got coming over here, this is the back of the Saber, right? The back of the Saber right here. So, and then this actually comes apart. So that comes apart there, and then this piece comes out, right? Oh, it's so cool, dude. Like really. So you put that back, on there, you slip that in, um, and then you can choose to put that back in like that, right? This is the back end of the Saber here. So, I will put this back in the box right here because don't want anything messing that up. And so yeah, dude, it's pretty cool, Titan. So if you ever get a chance to get one, the one that one that I got right there is the golden black one. That's gonna be a Mortal Kombat Scorpion Saber. When I get done with it, I'm gonna look for some sound fonts that have Mortal Kombat and Scorpion sound fonts if I can find one, and put some Mortal Kombat stuff on it. Yeah, it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be cool as shit. Now there's a black and blue one that I'm going to get, and then that one is going to be Sub-Zero, right? But I think I want to have that one painted a little bit. I want to have some icicles or some kind of ice looking color to it as well. So that it would be like you could tell that like part of it's frozen or something. Yeah, it could be worse. Black Mamba or Green Mamba, laugh out loud. That's a serious saber right there, Jim. That is a serious saber, man. I'm telling you. I was very intimidated to even look at that thing. I mean, it looks cool, but I mean, really, Darth Revens just did a review on some MK sound fonts. Oh, okay, really, Darth Revens, huh? I'm gonna have to check those out and see how they what they sound like. I know. Well, there's one that I've heard that was it's called the Raiden, I think, and I listened to it, but I wasn't really too impressed with that one for some reason. I don't know why. It didn't sound too well for me. Oh, or I just didn't like it. 142 parts, really, Jim? Jeez, that's crazy. That's right. That's right. They did have it on TCS, and they did say how many parts it was on there. It was great. It was crazy, crazy, dude, crazy. That many parts? Shit, you can buy a jigsaw puzzle, get it done faster than that. But then again, geez, a jigsaw puzzle saber. Go figure, right? Go figure. What is the world coming to when you got to put your saber together like a puzzle? Oh, but that's what every saber is. I mean, every saber is unique, and something like that is 130 to 42 something. Yeah. Every saber is unique. Every saber has its way of getting things in there, right? And it's up to the to the installer to go about certain ways. I'm really impressed with how Albert Flores really does a lot of the installs. Benji and Jeremy all at Smuggler's Outpost. Well, now they acquired Tirfon Tim from Tirfon. He's part of the Smugglers group now, and I really love his work. He's got some interesting hilts as well, and oh my gosh, I'm hoping that one of these days I'll be able to get him on the show. That'll be a lot of fun. So, uh, him, Albert, and Benji. I mean, get all the guys together, right? Get all the guys together, get them on the show, and have a lot of fun that way. So that'd be, or maybe one at a time, or two at a time, or however I can get them. You know what I mean? Get them all together, and that's going to be an interesting show to see, how each one of them works, with each other. And it's kind of cool because I'd like to showcase how they actually got together and started, forming Smugglers Outpost, and that'd be a really cool show, I believe. So look for that in the future, right? Look for that in the future, and I hope these guys will be available. I'm hoping that we could still make uh, July 29th. Cal from KR Sabers is going to be on the show. I'm hoping that he put it on his calendar and he'll be available for the show on July 29th. And what I'll have to do is do that show very early. I believe it'll be on a Saturday. And for me, on my time, that's probably going to be about 12:30, 1 o'clock ish in the afternoon. And since he's 6 hours ahead of me, it'll probably be about 7 or 8 o'clock for him. So, well, maybe 7 o'clock for him. And so if he's got about an hour, to kill, then yeah, yeah. I'm hoping he'll come through, dude, Jim. I'm hoping he'll come through because there'll be a lot of fun. I mean, a lot of good questions. A lot of fun asking him, certain questions and actually getting to know. know him a little bit better as we're talking like this. And he recently did some work. I mean, he made some badass sabers for Tenacious D, and he had who else? Oh, what is the other singer? Shoot, I forgot. Post Malone. Post Malone. So have y'all seen his videos on the Post Malone and Tenacious D work? I mean, my God, um, you know what sweet sabers he made. Absolutely gorgeous sabers. And I think the chassis were made by Rick Ryu from Shapeways. Got 3D. Think that's the I think that's who made the chassis for the Sabers. And because Goth was actually showcasing some of those, I think, on his channel. So, yeah, man. I mean, that'd be pretty sweet, dude. Yeah. I haven't really listened to Post Malone, and believe me, I didn't even have a clue who Post Malone was until I saw the video. I mean, my girls and my wife know, but me, I'm so old, I'm still stuck in the 70s and 80s, music. Yeah, I believe it was Got 3D. Yeah, because I just reminded myself because I saw the video, even yesterday, I think it was, or even earlier today, too. Both days. So, but yeah, I had no clue who Post Malone was until I looked at. He's got some decent tunes. Yeah, I've heard that. I've heard that. But me, like I said, me being so old, man, I'm still stuck on all these good, country western music, and one of my favorite bands is the Beach Boys. So yeah, the chassis designs by the installers are insane these days. They are Titan. They are, and they keep getting better and better, and it makes me wonder, actually, if the chassis are going to end up getting smaller and much more efficient, where eventually, god dang, you might put a whole freaking chassis in just right below where the blade goes, and and you got that whole saber basically empty, right, except for that one little small chassis that's about this big that fits everything in it. Oh man, we're going to be having mini sabers pretty soon. But with the designs and stuff too, though. I mean, you put the blinkies and you put the all the little greeblies in there and so forth. You gotta have something, right? I mean, honestly, you need something in there to take the space up. You really don't want to. I don't know. I mean, how do you guys feel? Because I probably wouldn't want a saber where half of it's pretty empty and you open it up and you're really not seeing anything. So depends, right? As the tech improves and the boards get smaller, I'm sure that's what will happen. Yeah, the sabers that get smaller, probably. I mean, they'll all be one-handed sabers pretty soon, right? I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, most sabers you can use one-handed already, unless you're using a staff. But then again, could be where you get the staff part of it, where you have both, interlocking, but you only use one board for both of them. I mean, it just connects like that. I mean, no bare inside. Yeah, right? I mean, eventually it'll get there. It's funny, man. One of the things I had even thought about doing, and I don't know how people would feel about this either, but is to take, uh, and I don't know if it probably is possible, but it'd be kind of cool though too, is to take a an empty saber, right? Drill some holes in it and of course, you run your wires in it and you pull your wires from the saber, the empty saber body, right? or you have little channels where you can stick maybe 3 or 4 boards into the um, blade emitter part, right? and then in the back of it, in the back side of it, you have a few other, things that you can utilize for some of your Saber working parts. So yeah, man. I mean, it'd be kind of interesting to do something like that, right? A static Saber, but you're able to pull, wires and boards and other things. Or you know what? In the back, you might be able to put your little pliers in there or something like that, right? Maybe you put a little pliers in there in the back, or your screwdriver, right? Your screwdriver goes right up on the top. There you go. There you go. So I'm giving some ideas to you guys, right? Stuff I should be keeping to myself. But no, you know what? Knowledge is power, and sharing your thoughts makes the world go round, man. It doesn't matter who makes it. It doesn't matter. If we see it, we're gonna love it, right, guys? I mean, come on. That's what this community is about. I mean, giving ideas. I mean, it's giving the ideas. It's giving, having fun with things, and yeah, right, Jim. uh, you know, when you have ideas and you kind of like are intimidated to do them. I mean, I'm very intimidated on doing things that I have an idea for until probably like maybe a year or so later, and then I try it and it doesn't work out. But oh well, hey, if it don't work out, so what? Try it again, right? You only fail at something if you give up on it. That's when you fail. You don't fail if you stop and you think about it and you come back to it and you try again and you try again and you try again. As long as you don't stop until you get it, there is no failure. There is no failure. Sabers and watches are getting smaller, thinner, smarter. Yep, of course, Felicia. Yep. But I still want something that can hold up. I don't want nothing paper thin, right? I don't even wear a watch anymore. I was like, that's what I got my phone for. Let's see. Taller, better, faster, stronger. Yep, right? I wonder if the battery from a Samsung Gallery watch would run a Saber. That's a good question, Jim. That is a good question. But you guys know that there's in development right now. They're calling the diamond something batteries. There's nuclear diamond battery. Um, I don't remember the company who is attempting to make these batteries, but apparently these nano batteries are made out of diamonds, and I think they have some kind of like nuclear reaction going on inside the battery, so it keeps it charged like constantly, right? And it's supposed to be good for years. Like, you basically, this battery will outlive your whole entire family, maybe even a generation. From what I understand with this technology, that this battery, and they are going to start using it, I believe, either in Apple Watches or Galaxy Watches. You think so, Jim? Because if they were showing it on this Discovery Plus or Discovery something show. Take a shot, Mundo. Rudy says, "Take a shot." Well, guys, I guess I'm gonna have to take a shot. So here, Rudy, here you go, buddy. Cheers, guys. Um, you know what, Jim? I'm gonna look that up again. I'm gonna look up the site. I think there's a site for it, or maybe even a channel on that, and I'll send you some info on it, man. Because um, like I said, yeah, it's supposed to. What it is supposed to really be for, Jim, is to help those patients that have the artificial hearts or the um, peacemakers and stuff. So what they want to do is they actually want to put those kind of batteries into the pacemakers, excuse me, pacemakers, and try those. Yeah, they're gonna replace all kinds of lithium and everything, Titan. Um, and they are supposed to like outlast the person, basically. Uh, it was a real interesting story, and it's also being applied for military purposes as well on those batteries. But apparently, that, like I said, the nuclear reaction that goes on within the battery recharges the battery constantly, so it really doesn't lose any power, so to speak. But the diamonds and the other components that go into the battery are supposed to keep that little nuclear reaction in check. I mean, they're very like microscopic, and then the rest of the battery absorbs that energy, and that's how the battery stays charged, apparently. So, and that's what the theory is. But yeah, for the next better sustainable battery, I think that's probably why they're doing it, man. Um, that's probably why they're doing it. $1 million prize tax free for the next battery, sustainable battery. I mean, eventually, because um, that what do you call that doctor? That astrophysicist, Doctor Machida, something. Forgot what he is. He's an Asian astrophysicist, and he did a show about what it would take to make a real lightsaber, right? That what you would need to utilize, and oh my gosh, it's crazy that they're thinking of using for the pop out blades the ceramics that actually go onto the shuttles and stuff, and then a magnetic field. Mikhail, yes, there you go, Jim. Yes, he. It was really interesting to see that magnetism and that substance for both of those, and then kind of like a fan system in the back of the hilt. That was pretty interesting. That I thought so to have actually a real. But then again, Hacksmith that came out with you know with his version of stuff, man, we're getting closer and closer to actually having a real lightsaber. I mean, it fathoms me that we're getting that close, and it's possible. But I don't think we'll ever get to the point where you can hit the blades together, and then it won't ever do that because um, that's solid unless it is a really super strong magnetic field that actually happens. So, but who knows? Who knows? That would be really interesting. Really interesting to see. What do you say, R2? Would it be interesting? Yeah, I think R2 agrees. R2 definitely agrees. Oh man. Oh man, oh man, oh man. Where so what other parts of your setups do you guys, do you guys utilize how many of you guys actually utilize a fume extractor? Jim, do you have a fume extractor? Or do you just kind of like have a fan blowing like to blow, the fumes away from you and stuff like that? Um, I have a makeshift fume extractor, but I really haven't utilized it just yet. I mean, I open my garage up, and a lot of times the fumes will kind of go suck the way from me, or I'll have it to where I've got like a little fan blowing my way from behind me so that all the fumes will go away from me. Probably shouldn't, but I don't. Cindy, yeah, I feel you, dude. I know, me too. A lot of times I hold my breath too when it kind of gets close. I kind of hold my breath and bring my head back. Magic smokes puts hair on your chest. That's why they came up with Puff the Magic Dragon. God damn it, I knew there was a reason for that song. Oh shit, that's hilarious. Really hilarious. Oh, you too, Jim? You're in the same boat, huh? I just blink really fast on my eyelashes. Cincy. Here's for you, buddy. I'm gonna try that one, Cincy. Uh, yeah. Do you have like I don't know? Do you both of you do you utilize like two iron holders? Because one of the things that I do, like um, I utilize two iron holders, right? And then like my soldier, right? I've got my soldier like this, and I've got a second holder. So if my iron is coming from way over here and I'm bringing it over here, but I kind of need to put it down in a hurry, I utilize the second holder just to kind of shove it right in there real quick, and then put it back in the other one once I need the room and stuff. So I kind of do that, and I utilize both holders. But I love having the soldier right there too, because the soldier I can just pull and take. What I love to do is just take a piece, break it off, and then go beep, and then when I get need a new piece, take a small length, whoop, real quick. And then of course I've seen some people they take the whole roll, right? They take the whole roll and they put it like that, right in their hand. How do you guys do it? Like, do you guys utilize that whole roll, or do you just kind of unwind it a little bit, huh? I don't, but my station is really small, so I bring it to me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. To bring it to you, that's cool though. I mean, if you can get as many tools in the one little area, it's good. And if you don't have to like go back and forth, sometimes I find it a pain in the ass, man. If you're having to get up and get this tool and then come back, sit down, do it, put it back, and then you're going back and forth, like damn it. Like there'll be some times where I put my shit away and it's like, why did I put it away when I need it already? Right? It's crazy. It's crazy, dude. Switching to the mixed drink, guys. Switching to the mixed drink. I got that one on backup. And everybody has helping hands, right? Everybody's got the helping hands. And who don't? Um, yeah, they do. They really do. And especially if you got to get in a little tight corner or tight area. Man, like you wish you could have like 20 hands going in each direction. It's crazy. Really crazy. And so what other tools do you guys like, Jim? What besides just the basics? What how many of you guys y'all have the old man eyes like I do as well? You got your little setups like this. I got when the small when even dealing with the board and even Alpha Metals, Rosin Core Soldier, it comes called up in a tube, and so I just hold the tube and okay, all right. Yeah, I've seen those. I've seen those. So those are not bad either. I mean, you won't have to have that. I mean, it doesn't take a whole lot of space up either. So I mean, that's good, Cindy. Like I said, everybody's different. Everybody utilizes different things, and so that's a great way to utilize, your soldier in a small container, small space, right? So you really are able to maximize your spacing with that little tube. So that's good, man. Awesome, awesome. Maximize everything. Magnifier, yeah. I mean, you got to have one, right? You're getting old like me. Shit, you need one. You need a magnifier. You got to find out what works for you. Absolutely. I mean, you got to find out what works for you. Absolutely. I think that's one of the most important things is that you getting into this hobby and utilizing these tools, you need to find out what works for you, not what everybody else is working for, what works for you. Because I mean, it's all personal, but at the same time, if you're utilizing, let's say you're utilizing these cutters, but they're not cutting it out for you, you get a different set of cutters, and those cutters work out for you. Then yeah, man, go for it. I mean, don't just stick with what other people are done because that's what's working for them. I mean, you gotta get stuff that works for you. So absolutely, Cincy, right on the you hit the nail right on the head, dude. You hit the nail right on the head. Woo, wow, man, time flew by. Jesus, I'm just yapping. I'm surprised you guys are not falling asleep with me. It gets hot in here, man, dude. And tonight was like 80 something degrees outside right now. It's crazy, dude. It gets hot in here. And in a minute, I'm gonna have to open up the garage to let some of that air out. It gets hot in here. Jeez, crazy. But if I open that garage up right now, I tell you what, you guys be hearing all kinds of noise all over the place. So yeah, it is crazy. Well, guys, I think we're going to have to call it a night because I got some stuff to do. I got some stuff to work on. And I'm going to kind of work on that F-16 a little bit, man. It's Texas, yeah. The devil had to move to Minnesota. It got too hot for him over here. He liked it. Hell froze over. When they say hell freezes over, well, guess what? It's pretty damn close. We're in hell. Yeah, close to it. Yeah. He comes and visits every now and then to warm up. Hmm. But yeah, guys, I hope you all had a great weekend. I hope you all had a great day today. Hope you all have a great week. And next week, Mundo Monday, we're going to see what happens, who I can get on the show, and see what if anybody's available. If not, hey, we're going to do another show. I'll figure out a title to kind of talk about. I'm always finding angles on different things, so I'm gonna keep it fresh as I can for everybody, as fun as I can for everybody. And if you guys got topics you want to talk about, hey man, yeah, stays hot until 4 a.m. Then yeah, 5:30 starts warming up again. Yeah, of course, Jim. Yeah, we're here on the water, so I'm right down south. But man, today was triple digits, man, 115 today. Yeah. Crazy, man. Um, so if you guys have any topics you guys want to talk about, I mean, I know I come up with things and stuff like that, but I mean, if there's things that you guys want to talk about, text me, email me, get a hold of me, and we can go over what you want to talk about and the conversations. Let's get things going on different things as well. I mean, we don't, I can do some of these shows on my channel as well without Saber talk, but I know you guys, want to talk about a lot about Saber stuff, and I'm more than happy to talk about a lot of Saber stuff because I mean that's what we're here for, right? We're here to laugh. Maybe I'll have another episode of Saber Woes. That might be another good topic for next week. I don't know. I'm gonna see. We'll find out. You know what? I think I do want to do a show maybe about funny things that happen with sabers. I mean, they're a little comical, right? We're gonna have to find out some. Maybe if I can go and look at some vids and see what kind of things that kind of make me chuckle a little bit at what they're doing on their videos, and we could talk about stuff like that too, because everybody in this world sometimes takes too damn serious and shit. And I'm all like, why be so damn serious, right? So you guys, Mundo's gonna be out here in a few minutes. Y'all have a good night. Peace. Mundo is gonna be out, and I keep saying it. Oh my god, right? Let me find a little something here. I'm gonna find a little something. And Mundo is going to be out. Peace, Mundo
In
out.
here, we pour whiskey.